Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Auntie Lara, and in this lesson we are going to be practicing some questions on the poem The Good Morrow by John Donne. So very quickly we are going to run through the poem and just give a brief summary of the poem, and then we move straight to the questions. Are we ready? All right. Let's do this. I wonder by my thoughts what thou and I did. Were we not till we loved? Were we not weaned till then? But sucked on country pleasures childishly? Or snorted we in the 7 sleepers then? 'Twas so but this. All pleasures fancies be. If ever any beauty I did see, which I desired and got, 'twas but a dream of thee. This stanza basically is full of rhetorical questions. We see the poet persona here wondering where he and his lover had been all this while, all these years. We see him likening himself and his lover to babies, right? We see him comparing the things that they were doing before they fell in love, true love, as being babies that were not weaned. I believe you understand what being weaned mean. All right, he considered it as being childish. So the first stanza basically talked about all that they have done before the two of them got together and fell in love. He referred them, both of them, to sleeping away, 7 sleepers, just sleeping away the years and all, not having to do anything tangible. He compared themselves as children. He compared themselves as babies that were not even weaned. All right, and then the second stanza talks about a new dawn. Now there is the beginning. Okay, there is now. Okay, so the second stanza talks about true love. All right, awakening into true love. Now the two of them have experienced what it means to truly be in love. And then in the second stanza he goes on to talk about the ingredients of a sustainable love, and he goes on to talk about this kind of love is not one that I'm going to be looking at my partner out of fear, or when he or she leaves my side I'm going to be scared, or that the kind of love that they have now, okay, as against the one that they had before. This one is not the one that is out of fear. You're not looking at your partner like one day this partner is just going to go. He knows that this one has come to stay. So he's not out of fear. This love that we have now, I and my lover, it's everything. It's all encapsulating. Everything, every other thing that might interest me from every other site, I can see it or I can find it in or with my lover. All right, so he says that all other sites control. It makes one room and everywhere. All right, so even though we are in a room, it seems as though we are everywhere, living our best life. Do you understand that? Even though we are in this room, but because I am with you, all right, because the poet persona is with his lover, he considers it that particular room, that small room, and everywhere. All right, so he goes on to talk about other people that have not found what he has found. That let them go and start looking for what is not lost. All right, let them do this. Let's see discoverers do this. Let's map to other one. Let everybody just just continue to look for what gives you joy, or whatever. All right, but you and I, the poet persona and his lover, now that they have possessed, he now urges him or her, because we really do not know if the poet persona is a male or if the poet persona is a female, because pronoun used in this poem, so we don't know if it is a female to a male or a male to a female. But what is clear is that they are lovers. All right, so he says, let everybody just continue with whatever they are doing, but you see, the two of us, let us have one word, each I'm not having my own world apart or separate from you. My world is your world. What I like is what you like. What I hate is what you hate. My friends are your friends and my enemies are your enemies. I hope you understand. I will not be going deeper because of time constraints. So basically that's what the second stanza is saying. All right, ingredient to sustainable love. And the last stanza is talking about the indestructiveness of love, the immortality of love, right? Okay, so it says true plain art dwells in the face, right? You can see, I can read your mind, I can see or know how much you love, how much love you have for me by just looking at your face. All right, that's the poet personal talking to his lover. All right, and he says that where can we find two better hemisphere? Where? Hemisphere are two halves, right? Where can we find two the two of us? We are together. We are we are already one. Do you understand? And so he says there is no need looking for what is not lost again. I have found what I have been looking for. All right, and he says where can we find two better hemisphere without sharp north, without declining west? Like there is nothing that is better as what they have now. All right, and so there's no need moving or looking about. He has found his second half or our second half, and that is okay for him or her, as the case may be. That they have likened themselves to two worlds coming together. All right, so he says that there is nothing perfect than these two of us here. You understand? And he says whatever dies was not mixed equally. All right, and that's it. Like if a relationship dies now, or if one is giving more than the other, all right, and it's same with friendship. In friendship, when one is giving more than the other, it tends to put a strain on the friendship. And it's the same with relationship too. When one is loving, like one is doing all the giving and the other is not even making an attempt, there is a strain in that relationship. And he goes on to say that whatever dies was not mixed equally. And he says that if our two loves be one, and thou and I love so alike, then none do slacken, none can die. And he says here that if he, that is the poet personal, and his lover, all right, if they love the same way, if it's not just one party that is doing the most of the work, if they both love alike, then none is going to slacken, none is going to die. Nobody's going to get tired. Like one party is not going to say, oh, you are doing too much, oh yeah, it's too much, you are choking me. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so that is that for the poem. So let's quickly go to the questions. The practice questions. The hemisphere referred to in the poem represents A, the speaker and his lover, the God and man, love and reason, love and religion. The hemisphere, all right, and the answer is the speaker and his lover. They are two words apart, right? They are two words, like two halves of a word. The partner is a word and he, the poet personal, is another word. So coming together will make just one whole word, and it's going to be better than every other places. And the mood of the Good Morrow is impassionate and strident, confused and inquisitive, cold and philosophical. Being retrospective basically means thinking aloud, questioning your own thoughts, being reflective, reflecting on how you have on the steps that you have taken or the things that you've done so far. So the best option to this is joyful yet retrospective. All right, so we'll quickly move to the next one. And what settings is hinted in the last stanza? What setting is hinted in the last stanza? And of course, the last stanza talks about if our two loves one, thou and I love so alike, then none do slacken, none can die. All right, and of course, it cannot be A. The best option is the two lovers waking up next to one another in bed. That next, the speaker, the two lovers waking up next to one another in bed, that is the best option. All right, now this let the poet persona, wants this. Like, this is everything that you want. When I wake up, when I open my eyes, I see you. You are here. You are everything. I don't need to go out. I don't need to. You understand? So this is it. So the answer is the two lovers waking up next to one another in bed. Alright, the three lines beginning, let's see discoverers are best understood as, and the answer is anaphora. Remember where it says, let's see discoverers to new words have gone, let maps to other words on words have shown, let us possess one word, each hath one and is one. The let, alright, if you've watched my previous lessons, I talked about anaphora, and I said that when a particular word is repeated successively in lines of a poem, it's a case of anaphora. And we have let beginning that line, we have let beginning another line, and we have let beginning the third line. So what theme best describes the poem Good Morrow? What theme best describes the poem Good Morrow? Incompatibility of lovers, world discoverers, indestructible love, one-sided love. And of course, this is as simple as it should be. It is indestructible love. The poet's speaker addressing his absent lover throughout the Good Morrow is an example of apostrophe. As you all know, that the speaker was the only one talking all through the poem. There was no response whatsoever from his lover, because the lover didn't respond to anything that he said throughout the course of the poem. So we have apostrophe. Apostrophe is literary device whereby the speaker addresses either an absent person or a non-human object, idea, or being. You understand? All right. So that speaker is just asking questions. Those questions are really not questions that he expects answers from. You understand? So we really do not know. So if the speaker is present there, so we have a case of apostrophe. Which of the following is not an accurate characterization of the poem's conception of love? Is not. Please take note of the word not. It changes both the lover and their relation to the world. It, of course, this is true. It provides the only way to truly know God. This is out of it. It possesses a kind of immortality. Remember where he says, if our two loves one, or thou and I love so alike, then none do slacking, none can die, right? The penultimate line and the last line, yeah. So that talks about immortality, yeah. And of course, the D is, it's a vital means of self-knowledge. There's a self-awakening, there's a self-realization that he, the poet persona, had wasted several years of his life chasing shadows. All right. So the only inaccurate option here is B. From the poem, we can infer which of the following about the speaker and his lover. A. They've fallen in love relatively recently. They've loved one another for as long as the speaker can remember. Their love is profound but forbidden. The speaker's love isn't quite matched by that of his lover. And the answer is A. They've fallen in love relatively recently. Alright, remember the second stanza where it says, and now good morrow to our waking soul. And now good morrow to our waking soul. Okay, remember that the first stanza talks about all of the years that they've wasted, right, independently, and the first line talks about how that they have fallen in love. So the right option here is A. Which of the following is not one of the comparisons made to the speaker and his lover state before they met? In the first stanza, he talked about them being childish. Were we not weaned till then, but sucked on country's pleasures childishly? It talked about sleep, where he says, not snorted we in the 7 sleepers then. It talks about dream. If ever any beauty I did see, which I desired and got, was but a dream of thee, right? All right, so all of this he compared the speaker with, except death. The poet persona didn't say anything relating to death before the two lovers met. The poem suggests that when true lovers love each other equally, none can And of course, the answer is die. Remember the last, the penultimate line, and the last where it says, if our two loves be one, or thou and I love so alike, then none do slacken, none can die. The phrase "were we not weaned till then," were we not weaned till then, is an example of understatement, hyperbole, alliteration, and personification. And this is as simple as it is. Looking at this phrase, "were we not weaned till then," of course, you know that the W alliterates, all right? And so the right answer is alliteration. Which of the following is the best paraphrase of the line, "for love, all love of other sides control"? Is it, love makes it impossible to think about anything but your beloved? In true love, it's impossible to love anyone else. Love makes all other desires seem unimportant. And the last is, finding love is the most important part of your life. And of course, the right answer is, love makes all other desires seem unimportant. All right. For love, all love of other sides control. Personal, made it clear that now that he has his lover, he cannot be attracted to other things. So now the poor person is not capable of loving any other thing that he sees. Okay, so here is where we draw the curtain on this lesson. If you find this video helpful, please like, leave me a comment, and do subscribe. Thank you.